What is the funniest thing you've ever witnessed right in front of you? I was walking through my neighborhood on a Sunday morning, loudly singing, Mise Day O. And the Jamaican guy popped his head out of the trunk of a car and sang, Daylight come and one go home. He had been packing the trunk or something and I couldn't see him. It was wonderful. I'm happy that happened somewhere. A few years back I was in detention for some stupid shit I had done in class. The only other kids there were Jamaican. They all seemed to be friends. They kept harassing the security guard to let them out early, so he asked them why he should do that. One of the Jamaican kids said, because I'm special. Instantly, almost as if by reaction, I blurted out, I'm so special, so special, so special, so special, in my finest Jamaican accent. Pretty ballsy move considering I was the only small white kid in the room. The Jamaican kids loved it though. They started laughing hysterically and even commented on how good my Jamaican accent was. The security guard even got a kick out of it and let us out early. Some big 300+ pound dude was lambasting some girl for being too skinny and was saying, you look like you need a freaking donut, you twig. A little 8-year-old nearby said, you ate them all. It would have been kind of funny regardless, but the fact it was such a young kid made it hilarious. Your username makes me hungry. Was at the movies with a buddy. He went to take a shit, so I entered the stall right next to his, for a reason I can't remember, then came right back out. A few seconds later, this gigantic 300-pound black fellow comes in and sits in the stall I was previously in. My buddy, who thinks I'm still in the stall, wipes his ass, then starts waving the poop-covered toilet paper to the guy in the stall. I've never seen anyone yell so many curse words in public before. While all this was happening, I was on the bathroom floor crying and laughing harder than I ever have before. I've been reading these posts all afternoon, and this was the first to legit make me laugh. Bravo! My university choir went to Finland one year, which was an amazing experience. The day we arrived, my brain was a bit foggy from the jet lag. But I wanted to take advantage of being there, so I went with my friends to explore Helsinki. I was walking down the street, talking to one of my friends next to me, when I walked straight into a pole. I wasn't hurt at all, just surprised, but as I collected myself, I noticed that the only person who had noticed aside from my friend was this random Finnish dude on the other side of the street who was intensely cracking up from what he had seen. I think the sight of him laughing uproariously at my stupid moment is one of the funniest sights I've ever seen. Dude, you made a Finn laugh while in public. Holy fuck. I watched a group of special needs adults ride go-karts. One of them would drive halfway around the track perfectly, then just slam his brakes for no reason. Another crashed into the wall, and when the go-kart employee put it back in the right path, she yelled, "It won't go! It won't go!" The employee had no idea why it wouldn't, and then asked her if she was pressing the gas or the brake. All of a sudden, she took off and hit every wall till the end of that lap. The ending was the best part. When the employee flagged them to come in, to park, one girl drove straight at him and he had to jump over her cart. She hit the wall behind him, ricocheted off and kept going. Another female went into the parking area but never slowed down and drove straight into the already parked cart in front of her. She hit it so hard that she had a big booger hanging out of her nose afterwards. Then the girl who ignored the employee flagging people in earlier finally came around again, and the guy is waving the flag again at her, and she almost forgot, and at the last second turns into the parking area. However, she hits the median of the two lanes they had for the carts to park. Her cart is stuck in the concrete median with her front wheels still spinning. This is not me making fun of special needs people at all, but if you were watching this live, you would have laughed your ass off too. In 8th grade, I had a friend named Roland, who was about 4 feet tall, and another friend named Carl, who was about 200 pounds and about 5 feet 7 inches. During lunch in the cafeteria, Karl was getting his food and Roland noticed his sweatpants sitting on the bench. Roland put on Karl's sweatpants over his own clothes and proceeded to walk around with them pulled up over his head. Karl saw it and ran to catch Roland. We had tears in our eyes from laughing as Karl chased his own sweatpants around the cafeteria. I worked at Santa's Village, a downmarket amusement park in the 80s. Standing in my carnival game booth, I watched the kid stagger off the spinning teacup ride a good distance away, and then veer dizzily this way and that until he wound up directly in front of my booth, at the very center of my field of vision. He paused a second, puked up everything he ever ate in his entire life, and then staggered out of frame. It was like this perfectly choreographed little movie scene I can still play in my head. Thank you, 80s kid. You were and still are hilarious. I was at a concert with a friend of mine and she had to go to the bathroom, so I waited outside. Now the bathroom in this place is located by an escalator. I looked over to this obviously very drunk woman pissing underneath of the escalator. All I could think was, wow. But then, as she proceeds to stand up, she slips in her own piss and lands flat on her face in the piss. I lost it. Best concert ever. I was at a sci-fi convention with a friend and we get on the hotel elevator. A 10-year-old or so girl gets on dressed as 7 of 9, and these two fat guys dressed as Jedi behind us start mocking her for not having the goods to fill out that costume. Fucking gross. My friend, who is also rather large, turns around, looks them up and down, and starts heckling them for being fat Jedi. Can't you use the Force to put those fucking M&Ms down? The pizza's calling you to the dark side. Do you have to use the Force to get your fat ass into those robes? Those aren't even Jedi robes. Those are the hotel bath robes. Everyone in the elevator was cracking up, and when the girl got off on the next floor, she had a great big grin on her face, turned around and high-fived my friend on her way off the elevator. The fat Jedi got off on the next floor as fast as they could. It wasn't even the floor they were supposed to get off. Went sledding the other day, and some random dog took a major dump right at the bottom of the hill we were at. My friend screams up to warn everyone, then points it out to let everyone know. One kid comes zooming down the hill, realizes he's in the direct path of the shit pile, tries to stop before he hits it, bails right on top of it, and then smears a little path of it as he's trying to stop tumbling. In a flash, he grabbed his sled, then noped the fuck out. I didn't even see him leave. If he had just kept going, he would have went right over it and been totally fine. I named him Streaks. Share funny stories from your life in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it. See you in the next video.